recycling. All right, I'll define it just in case. Basically, single stream is what you think of when, if you look behind over there on the corner, that bin right there, most people have one of those. That's where you put your recyclables at home or at school, right? It gets picked up by the recycling truck. That's what is commonly referred to as just regular recycling, but really it's single stream. And single stream means that you can put all your recyclables into one bin, into one single stream. You don't have to sort it, but these facilities, like the one we're at here, are built because those do need to be sorted. So instead of asking you guys to sort them, we have these huge machines and manual means that sort them for you. So basically what we're going to do today is walk through every single step of that sorting process, and at the end of the line, when each of those items is separated, they're baled, and then the last step is they're actually sold on the commodities market. And commodities like aluminum and bimetal steel are fluctuate just as much as commodities like gold and silver. So people from Coca-Cola will come and buy a bale of aluminum, and that, you know, is going to fluctuate in price. So that's, we like to say curb to commodity. It basically starts at your curb and it ends as a commodity being bought by commodities brokers. So let's begin. When your recyclables get picked up, the back of a truck here, obviously, the first stop they make, and these are all looped video from our facility, when they get picked up, the first stop they make is on a large scale that we're going to pass on our way outside. The big blue out here looks like a blue bridge. They stop on that scale, they weigh their entire load, including the truck itself. They check in with Greg or Tracy out here. Then they come in, here you can see the scale right here, and we'll see it in a second. They check in, then they dump their entire load right here onto a large concrete floor, which is what we call in the industry calls a tipping floor. It's called that because in years past, the backs of the trucks would actually tip up and dump out the recyclable material. This is basically just like the waiting room for our recyclables. They just get dumped there and wait. When they're finally picked up by this little Caterpillar guy, he's going to go put them into a large machine called a drum feeder right here, and that's going to rotate all those objects, all that material, so that when it, and we're going to move down the line, by the way, we all move as a big group here.
Is it okay if we take pictures?
You can take pictures in here all you want, and you can take pictures with the bales. The only place we don't allow pictures are of the facility or the tipping floor in that area. So basically, that drum feeder spits out this nice clean stream of mixed recyclable material into our facility. Now we do use both manual and mechanical means of sorting here, so we do employ 50 employees for quality control, but also we use a lot of machinery. So really, essentially, this plant is just a huge machine with a lot of moving parts, large parts. And one of those parts is I like to call it the sort of road these recyclables take. It's essentially like a large conveyor belt in the same way you would think about if you go grocery shopping at Target or Harris Teeter or whatever, you put your items on that. Well, this is a lot bigger and a lot longer, but this is moving quickly. A lot of this is actually slowed down, but we do process 40 tons of recyclable material an hour at this facility. So we are processing a lot, we're processing it quickly. And the first stop these materials make, or I should say the first sorting section, is what's called the pre-sort. And the pre-sort is where these gentlemen here are going to pick out large items, items that are too big to fit through the machinery. Also, all manner of contaminants, everything from pieces of wood, clothing, hopefully, you know, no contaminants have gotten in, tires, things like that. They also try their best to pick out our #1 contaminant, and I get on a little bit, I'm going to put this over here, I get